Hey everybody, it's Dave here, Holiday for Two, and in this video we're going to show you one of our favorite camp spots, Lake Pleasant, Arizona. This is Desert Tortoise Campground, and so I'm going to show you around, show you some of the places that we like to go to and different kinds of camping that you can do here at Lake Pleasant. This is Desert Tortoise Campground. There's no hookups here. The hookups are up on the hill, and I'll show you some of the pictures of that area. So let's take a look at Lake Pleasant, Arizona.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Well, one of the favorite spots we have is Lake Pleasant. We hit this place probably 6 times a year to camp here or just go to the lake in the summer and take our boat out on the lake. When it's hot, this is the place to go. And even when it's cold in the wintertime, it's still a great place. It really has something for everyone at Lake Pleasant Park. And so you look for Highway 74, either west or east, and take the exit on Castle Hot Springs Road to the place first that I'm going to start with is Fireman's Cove. This is the best boondocking area, and this will be the best place to boondock in the fall when the lake levels are typically low. You can actually back your camper right up to water level and just put your stuff right on the water, your umbrella, your chair, your drink in your hand, your feet in the water, and you're all set. And yeah, I was enjoying myself there. And nothing quite like getting up in the morning and enjoying the sunrise coming up over Lake Pleasant. It's very relaxing for a quick weekend getaway. And this is around Fireman's Cove where we were, and this was in September, at the end of September, and the weather was really nice. Warm during the day, but it cooled off at night for good sleeping. And of course, getting in the water in September, the water is still warm, and you can enjoy yourself. There were other campers enjoying the same area as well. And this is at the north end of the lake, near the small boat ramp facility that they have. I think they consider it a 2 or 3 lane boat ramp. So there is a boat ramp real close to that at Fireman's Cove. Now, the other place that we like to go to is Desert Tortoise Campground. This is at the lower end of the lake when you come in, the 10-lane boat ramp. And this is the spot that I highly recommend if you want this place. Book it months in advance because it's a very popular campground, Desert Tortoise Campground. It's $20 for the lower loop area and $35 for the upper loop area. So the lower area is called Scoot Loop. This is called Bajada Loop that you see right here. And we were taking a drive through just looking at some of the sites here. There's right over there you see to the left over there, that's the restroom facility. There are showers there, hot showers, which is really nice. Each campsite in the Bajada Loop, which you're looking at right here, has 30 amp hookups. It also has a water spigot available. Some of the spots that you see up to the left there, it's a little tricky getting in. I see Class A there, and once in a while I'll see big toy haulers up there or some campers. And once you get up to the top, it levels off. It's getting it up that hill that's a little bit tricky, backing a trailer up that hill. Right there where the red truck is, that we stayed in that spot. That's a nice spot too. That's you back in. It's kind of at a slope downhill, so you be ready to level up if you get on one of those spots. All of these spots here are reservable, and so if you look on the website, look for the numbers. You'll see the loop. If you want a really good level spot, get in. And why they're empty right there, I for the life of me couldn't figure out. It was a beautiful weekend, beautiful weather. Sometimes people make reservations and they just cancel them, and then nobody's in the spots. It's just really crazy. But that spot where the red Dodge is there, we stayed in that. And it's a nice boat access right there. We really liked the access because it goes right down the lake and you can pull your boat up right there. The ones on the other side, not so much. Now this particular area where we camped, this is on Scoot Loop. This is down in the lower loop area. There's no hookups here. There is a restroom, nice restroom, and a nice facilities, little table, ramada and everything, and level spots. And so we really enjoyed this spot, especially I think because you can get close to the water in the spring. And this was in the springtime. We were able to get our boat in the water and pull it right up to our campsite. I mean, you can't beat that. And I think this was in like March and April last year. And of course, my wife likes to get her inflatable paddleboard out and do a little paddling around the lagoon.
How do you like it?
One thing though, when you're in this area, the lower area, you never know when you might have some unexpected visitors. I was putting my drone up one morning and all of a sudden I realized, oh, there's some donkeys messing around in my campsite. These little devils, they were getting in my garbage can and everything. I was trying to chase them out. They weren't bothering anything, just basically being a nuisance. Watch, you'll see.
No, bud, you're supposed to be going the other way.
No.
No. Oh, gosh.
Certain times of the year, you can always expect to have these visitors come through your campsites, especially when the water's up. Now, another thing about Lake Pleasant we really like is getting in the lake and just enjoying ourselves when it's hot.
Yeah,
We had some friends with us this day, and we found a little
hideaway.
beach of our own.
It's
This is close to a
Honeymoon
place
Cove.
called
But we
Honeymoon
found a
Cove.
little nice spot. Got 2 beaches and
We sort of made our own little beach area here.
kind of cool. And you can go up over the little hill here, and you can see the rest of the lake. Whoa, look at that.
Or sometimes we just drop anchor and relax in the water. And you never know when the ducks are
we
going
have
to
some
come by.
visitors.
My wife just loves to feed them.
Tammy's decided to feed the ducks. It's a beautiful day.
Now this particular video was taken in April and May. It was just starting to warm up.
Little trail there.
What you saw just a second ago, this is up by Bahada Loop, looking up towards Bahada Loop.
A selfie video?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a video.
No, not a selfie.
Now, is another area of Lake Pleasant that's enjoyable, and that is Pleasant Harbor Marina. And this facility is on the east side of the lake. And Pleasant Harbor has a lot of facilities. There's a restaurant here called Dylan's, a great little restaurant. They have bands on the weekends, on Friday and Saturday night, if you want to do some dancing. They also have long-term stay sites available with complete hookups, dump station facilities, and everything. There's also lake access to the lake, and they have a boat launch area. We've been here before for certain events and stuff and boondock with friends. There's a large dry dock area, or you can just boondock up on the top of the hill. And I believe the fee for boondocking is like $12 or $15 a night. I have to check on that again. But the sunsets are just so incredible. Almost any time of the year you can count on a beautiful sunset. Certain times of the year they have special events over at Pleasant Harbor Marina, like this one. This is called Lantern Night. And this is usually in April, first part of April. Everybody gets little lanterns. You light them up and let them float into the air as a way. It's kind of like wishing luck for the next year. Make a wish, let your lantern fly. So in just a moment, stay tuned, and I'll show you some more areas around Lake Pleasant, how to get there and things to do. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell, and have safe travels. Stay tuned for more information in just a moment. Bye. Here, and I'm going to show you the best ways to get to Lake Pleasant Regional Park. Now, if you're used to getting there and you've been here around Phoenix and you lived here and you know how to get to Lake Pleasant, just skip ahead a few minutes. I'm going to show people who are new to the area how to get there. Basically, if you're coming from Phoenix, the main Phoenix metropolitan area, you're going to either come up I-17 to a Carefree Highway, which is right about here at the 74, and go west on the 74. Or you can take the Loop 303 and get off on Pleasant Harbor Road, or Lake Pleasant Road, which is right here. Loop 101, get off on Union Hills, go across Union Hills, and come up Pleasant Harbor Road. Either way, you're going to eventually wind up on 74, Highway 74, which runs east and west. If you go west on it, it runs into Morristown way over there. If you keep going east, it runs into the I-17 and the freeway. And it keeps going over into Carefree way over there. So take the Carefree Highway, get off on. If you want to go to Pleasant Harbor, you're going to take, let me switch over here to satellite mode. If you want to go to Pleasant Harbor, you're going to get off right here on Highway 87th Avenue exit off of Lake Pleasant Road, and you're going to go up to Pleasant Harbor. And I'll start here first. If you don't really know a lot about Pleasant Harbor, let me kind of give it a real quick rundown. This is a privately owned facility. It has a lot of things available. So there's different fees and facilities here. If you pay a facility to go in this area, it's not going to cover you to go over to the other area and get in at the west end of the lake. Some people get confused on that. So if you pay the entrance fee into Pleasant Harbor, don't assume that you're going to be able to go around to the other end of the lake and get in over there for free. It doesn't work that way. So just kind of give you the heads up on that. But they do have an enormous amount of facilities here. If you're interested in long-term stay, they have an area here where you can, it's an RV park with a pool and everything, a little store, and you can pull in and hook up from month to month rentals, even up to 3, 4, 5, 6 months year-round if you want. Most of the time in the summer, people don't stick around a lot, but there are people that do stick around even in the summertime. Check the website for the rates. Go to Pleasant Harbor RV Resort and look on their website for facilities and fees. They do have dry camping available in this area. This is all camping and dry camping area. And it's a little cheaper. I think it's 10, 12, 15. Some of these have hookups, so it's a little bit more if you want power. You can also camp up here on the hill. And this would be considered dry camping. And there's some little spots here where you can camp along this road out to Vista Point. So there's a couple different facilities. There's 1, 2, 3 boat ramps. There's one here on Harbor Boulevard. Then there's another one North Ramp Road, and there's another one on South Ramp Road. So they actually have 3 boat ramps, but they're small. Not like the 10 lane boat ramp that's over on Maricopa County side. But nice thing is that they have a lot of events here at Lake Pleasant Harbor. Sometimes they have events where they have music, like the whole weekend will be filled with music all weekend, and bands. At Dillon's, they'll have bands here at the Dillon's Bayou. And when they have these big weekends with country music and stuff, this place gets packed. But they also have a little restaurant here that you can eat at. They have the bands that come in. People can rent boats here. Oh my goodness, I could spend 30 minutes just telling you all about this area. So do check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. This is where they have the lantern lighting events and things, and you can dry camp, and it does get packed. Especially on 4th of July weekends, Memorial Day weekends, Labor Day weekends, this place does get busy. A couple other campgrounds. I'll zoom up north into the lake first. If you go up Castle Hot Springs Road all the way up to what they call Fireman's Cove. Now, if you notice in this picture here on Google Maps, right at the boat lane ramp here, let me show you something. This picture had to have been taken, I'm going to say probably around Memorial Day weekend, because number one, the lake level is full. The area that we showed you in our video where we were camping by the water was right up here and in this area, and it's under water now. So unless you have a submarine, I wouldn't even try it. But this is where you would drive off here, and then you could drive out in this area and park and camp all along the shoreline here. When the lake levels drop back down, which is usually September, October, November, then shore camping over here is a great idea if you like to do boondocking and stuff. You just drive out here, drive over there, and drive out to the lake. This is called Fireman's Cove, this whole area here. And this does, as the water recedes, this turns into a huge boondocking area. Now when I zoom in here, I'm assuming this is like some kind of fishing derby. They have SAL fishing derby. Somebody put a fishing camp thing on a tag here on Google Maps. But you can see all the people that are parked here, day camping, launching their boats. Some people camp for the weekends. There's a trailer. There's another little camp set up right there. But as the weather warms up, you'll find fewer and fewer people camping up here because there's no facilities, no power. It's all boondocking. So if you want the facilities and you want electric and power, then you're going to want to go down here to Desert Tortoise. Oh, here's another marina, Scorpion Bay. Privately owned. They also have a little restaurant there you can go in. They have a little store with ice and drinks and little RV supplies and stuff. So just by the way, in case you get out there and you need something, you can go over there to their store. We like to camp here at Desert Tortoise. And so there are two areas here to camp. There's Desert Tortoise, what I call the Bajada Loop, which is the north or the upper loop, and then lower loop, which is Scuttle Loop over here. And Scoot Loop is the lower loop, and Bajada is the upper loop. And I showed in the video a couple different places here that as we drove around. These are the spots that were up on the hill and kind of have to back in. This is number 140. We've camped in there before. We've also camped in a couple of these other ones. This is a great area to camp in if you want to have boat access. And believe me, these pack up early. So if you're trying to grab one of these spots, book 6 months out. So like if you're planning to be here for Labor Day next year or Memorial Day weekend, let's see, you're going to be too late right now. Memorial Day weekend, it's packed. I'm sure of it because I just got on the website to see about Memorial Day weekend and it's packed. These are all taken. But the strange thing is people buy spots and rent them and reserve them and then they don't show up. I don't get it. So how they handle that, I don't know. You'd have to go to the gate and ask them. Just this weekend, we were here the last couple days, and it's March, and the water is not yet all the way up here. It's probably it ends right about here, where my little arrow is. So we were camped at 120. Actually, the water was probably just barely up in this spot. And sometimes on 129, I'm sorry, we were just across from the bathroom right here. So the water was just barely up in this spot in the deep water channel. Now, as you can see in the picture here, the water is all the way up in the back here. So this, like I said, this was at one of the times of the year when the water was really high. There are restroom facilities here, no hookups. Water, you'd have to get the water over here where the dump station is. I think there is a water spigot here, I believe. If you can't get water here, there may be another place up here on the Bajada Loop where you can take on some water. They now have gates here, so you have to watch that. Here's your host. So just kind of know about those things. There is a hot shower available right here. Men and women have some shower. There's 2 men's showers, 2 women's showers. Hot water, so that's really nice when you want to get a hot shower at the end of the day. If that's not enough for you, don't forget there's a 10-lane boat ramp here, and sometimes, certain times of the year, they will let you shoreline camp. So you see all these people here in the picture. You can see them camping here by the shoreline. This is considered dry camping. So this all opens up for dry camping. The only problem with this spot here is that it slopes. So you're not just going to pull out there and park. It all kind of slopes down to the water, so be aware of that. A lot of people will put their easy ups along the water and spend the day, or they'll just pitch a tent. But they do let you do that. Up here is a better spot if you have a motorhome. Let's see what else. Oh, and there is another campground up here called Roadrunner. I didn't even mention that in the video. It is a nice campground. If you're not interested in lake access for any reason, if maybe you have a boat and you're not interested in your boat being in the water where you can get to it, then hey, this might be a great spot. These are all hookups, 30 amp hookups, water spigots, showers, restrooms. And you are close to the 10-lane boat ramp, so that is nice. So you could have put your boat in the water, play for the day, pull it out of the water, and then bring it back to the campsite for the night and do your camping thing. There's also some other things to do. There's like a discovery center over here, a little playground for kids to play in, lots of things. Oh my goodness, like I said, I could spend 30 minutes just showing you all the stuff to do. Dump site is available at Desert Tortoise, right over here on what they call South Park Road and Desert Tortoise Road. There's a dump station right there. You can kind of see it. Let me zoom in on it there. It's got 2 lanes there. I don't see a water spigot in this Google video or Google picture here. So I'm going to say you might want to fill up your water someplace else. I don't believe that's the facility that you want to count on. There's a host right there for a scoot loop. So I hope that helps you find and enjoy Lake Pleasant. Like I said, there's a little of something for everybody at Lake Pleasant. Fishing, kayaking, canoeing, just getting in the water and putting your easy up, maybe fishing from the shoreline, or if you got a fishing boat, put it in the lake. The last thing I remember hearing was they had like 40 different species of fish in the lake. Striped bass, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, crappie, sunfish, catfish. There was another kind of bass too. I don't want to say yellow bass or something like that. I think I said striped bass, but I do remember saying that. I think there are striped basses in the lake, especially in the deep water areas. Some of the people that I know who go fishing a lot, they like to get striped bass. Night fishing's great there too. If you got a boat and you want to get out at night, especially in the summertime, it's a lot of fun. So hey, it's like I said, it's a little something for everybody at Lake Pleasant. So don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe on this video, and ring the little bell. And safe travels wherever you go right now this time of year. It's going to be great camping season. Lake Pleasant is nice because it's close, so it doesn't take a lot of gas to get there. So hope you have fun. If you do go to lake, enjoy yourself. It's a great place to go. It's like Phoenix's backyard right there, so you can't beat that. Take care, have a great day, and see you next time. Bye.